You guys think that's gross? Let me tell you something way more gross with receipts this time. Back in 2017, aka the worst year of my life, the rock bottom of my entire existence, I had like a white head, or was it a blackhead? I don't remember. But it was right here, and I just popped it and went on my merry way. And the next day I noticed it grew back a little bit bigger, and I popped it. And slowly over time, it was becoming unpoppable. And it was just like this big, giant, I'll insert a picture here. Just a few days, it turned into this giant boiling sack of pus. And this is me putting a Band-Aid over it for like 2 days. I ignored it, I put a Band-Aid over it until it got to the point where I could not breathe. It felt like I had 200 pounds weighing on my chest at all times. And I would pop it, and pus would come out, but it would be extremely, extremely painful. At the time, I was like 19, so like I didn't understand infections or anything. So I went to my pediatrician. They took one look at it and was like, what the fuck, call the cops. I mean, no, they were like, call the ambulance. And I was like, wait, well, I can drive myself. Like, I'm okay, I promise. They're like, you need to go to the hospital. So I get to the hospital, and they were like, oh my gosh, like, this is really, really, really bad. Like, you could have died if you waited any longer. They gave me antibiotics. They tested for MRSA, but they were like, it's probably not MRSA. MRSA is very rare. But it was MRSA. They switched me to a different antibiotic. I had it injected in my veins every few hours, and it did get better, but before I left, they had to see how deep my wound was. The only way to do that was to take a Q-tip, a very long Q-tip, and jab it into my open, pussing wound. It was by far the most painful thing I've ever experienced, way more painful than giving birth. Lucky for me, it was only a few centimeters deep. They literally had to pin me down because I could not sit still for that. There was no pain medication, nothing, just stabbing your open wound. This is what my chest looked like for like almost a year. It's faded a ton, but it is still there. A lot of people ask me, how does one get MRSA? They told me it was probably because I had just started working at a daycare. And when you work at a daycare, you have to wash your hands a lot. The antibacterial soap was actually killing all the good bacteria that I had that you need. The bacteria on my body was just like morphing because the good bacteria wasn't there to kill it.